Okay, just start. He's
Okay.
recording. And
Welcome
the
everyone.
recording.
Wait. Okay, I can stop it. I can stop
It
it.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can just
Okay,
cut
okay,
it
start
later.
again. Welcome everyone. Hello, it's our first ever episode of Football Armchair Experts, where we pretend to know everything, but actually we know nothing. So we are a group of friends who always wondered about whether we could commentate, predict results, and then actually put it on YouTube. So today we're finally going to do that. So it's time to meet our experts. Now, first of all, I'm just going to say that we're not qualified in any way. Our experience only extends to maybe playing the odd game of Football Manager or FIFA. So, don't make bets based on what we say. Just laugh along or laugh at us also can. So our first football armchair expert is a lifelong fan of his club. Every year he always tell me, it's his club's year. Every year he isn't right. Until this year, finally 2020, somebody is quite happy about this year. His club finally did it after 30 years of not winning the title. It's a Liverpool fan, Ng In Ren. Hello.
Hey, hi guys. Yeah. So first of all, I would like to clarify that I'm a relatively objective fan. I watch football and then I didn't tell him every year's our year. Like it's quite clear that it hasn't been Liverpool's year for quite a few years now. So, and as you can see from the smug look on my face.
So I guess you're
I'm
an
enjoying
unconventional Liverpool fan lah. You don't year you don't say it's your year lah. So
No
will you
lah.
say it's your year this year? No?
Yeah, but this year is different lah.
Oh,
This year's gonna be.
even after 4 games, not confident enough.
No,
Okay.
I would say this year is our year lah. Yeah.
Our second football expert today carrying a pillow of her beloved club. Her favorite season is the season 2003-2004, and every year she still talks about it as if it was still last year. I think a lot of you who have friends who are also fans of this club, right, also know what I'm saying also lah. So we'll meet Arsenal fan Kimberly Ling.
2003, 2004. It's so long ago. But unlike Liverpool fans, I don't have the confidence of saying every year is our year. Not even this year, even though we seem to be off to a pretty good start. But I am just going to be cautiously optimistic like every other Arsenal fan out there. Why you shake your
Okay,
head?
so good evening to you. You're not gonna good evening back.
Good evening back. Right back at
Okay,
you.
I probably have to work on my Unai Emery impression lah. So
Yes.
our last football armchair expert of today is the king of having a lifelong suffering lah. Since young, he's watched his club have iconic number 9s like Alan Shearer. In his teens, he watched his favorite number 9, Michael Owen. But this season, his number 9 is Joe Linton. So it's Newcastle fan Ng Man Jhun. So welcome, hello.
I actually believe this year is our year. That we can hit top 10. Well,
Oh, okay. Actually, I believe that also. Yeah. In fact, later if you're going to discuss about like
trash team.
underdogs or surprising teams, right? I'm going to put Newcastle.
Thanks.
And okay, I guess got to do myself as well. I've supported Fulham since young. For those of you in secondary school, primary school, maybe you feel a bit confused. I've actually used Chelsea as my second team because last time easier to get sorted into different groups lah. So I still till now I still have a soft spot for Chelsea, but it's just one of those things lah. In case you get confused, but I've also had a particular dislike for Manchester United. So my favorite game that I've ever watched is Fulham's 3-0 win against Manchester United. It's about 2009. Yeah, that was a particularly satisfying result, especially because Wayne Rooney got sent off. So that was good. So Alex, the whole face turned red because of that game. So that was also very satisfying.
I think a good question to ask you guys will be, especially for you and Manjon here, how do you guys even start supporting the clubs that you guys support now?
Okay.
Because it's unusual, right, for people
enough.
overseas, not from like those respective regions to support your clubs.
For me, I used to watch a lot during like Chinese New Year at my grandparents' place, because in Malaysia the Premier League games free lah, not like in Singapore like that, like charge them high, cannot even subscribe. Everybody has to go online and watch. Not that I'm encouraging illegal activities, but yeah. So when I was in Malaysia and when I was young, that time you don't really know what's a big team or a small team. And I always enjoyed watching Fulham because they always managed to beat a lot of the big teams. We had quite a good record against Arsenal, back in the times where we were still in the Premier League for a very long time. Yeah, I think of the traditional big four, only we weren't able to beat Chelsea quite regularly. So yeah, that's the reason.
No wonder they were
it's
your
not very
second
compelling
team.
enough reason. But yeah, I mean, it's not because of that. That's my second team. But I guess because, since young, I didn't like Man U. Quite neutral about Liverpool and Arsenal. So yeah, easier to just beat Chelsea. Yeah.
For me, I guess you can call me the easiest football fan because it's honestly the first game that I watched. Like Newcastle, and they were.
Do you remember the game?
Yeah. Yes, Newcastle against Sunderland. They won 2-0. And that was
wow, time where derby, not bad.
And that's about it.
But do you know they were rivals back then or not?
Can see like one is red, one is white. You can see like a bit match.
But like that doesn't mean that they're rivals, what?
I don't know back then.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you all can mention that how you all supported your clubs as well.
Oh.
Even though, a lot of people do.
Okay. So I guess no. So like my family, like they watch it casually, like my dad, but like they don't really watch EPL. So for me, it's more of how, like, for one, I didn't want to support a team that would have no chance of winning stuff, or like at least be in the mix. So like you'll be looking at the top teams, right? And then like usually in Singapore, a lot of the news will be around Liverpool because I think there are a lot of supporters over here. But you also don't want to support teams that are constantly winning because there's no fun in it, right? So like I had to choose like Liverpool was always sort of the underdog team amongst the big teams. So it's like you barely make it into the top 4. Once in a while you can challenge for the title, like every 10 years or something. But other than that, they never really win the EPL. So like for me, that's like a good. If they finally win, it's a very good comeback story. So yeah, so that's why I support Liverpool.
But can I ask, were you ever worried that you all would never win the title?
I don't think that was ever in my, at least personally, like it was never in my side. I was never, next season's gonna be our season. Because at some point when I started watching, we were quite far back. It was still like the Steven Gerrard, the Champions League, like in Turkey that period.
2005, I think.
Yeah. So at that point, Liverpool were like not really doing well. So like, if you have a title challenge, it's more a happy surprise than what you expect.
Yeah, I guess I just supported Arsenal because my dad supports Arsenal. Okay, so like my dad actually supported Newcastle during like the Alan Shearer period also. So I have like a small, like tiny soft spot for them. Yeah, once in a while. But then because I watch football with my dad and he's a big Arsenal fan, like since like the Patrick Vieira and like the early seasons, then just end up supporting them all throughout the years. I always joke and say that like, they keep losing, they keep disappointing us. I want to switch team. I don't want to support them anymore. But like, here we are now, 20 years, still supporting Arsenal. And I guess
right?
This is what it's gonna be. But
I guess in a sense you are the most like the truest fan here, right? Because it's a family thing. It's like
correct, yeah.
I guess, yeah. So I had cousins that support Manchester United and Chelsea. Then like the Man U fans are like very, very big like Manchester United fans. So when we were younger, we used to play football together. Then they always like play FIFA together lah. Then it was always like a very nice thing to have in common with them. Even though I'm a girl, then I think it's also quite nice for my dad to be able to like. We spent a lot of time watching football together when we were young, when I was younger especially. So I think that's like a very nice bonding activity also. Yeah.
But in terms of like wanting to switch teams, who would you have switched to if you ever like, or is it just like you frustrated with the result and then I just want to switch?
No. So I always frustrated with the result. Then I always tell my dad jokingly, we support Liverpool lah. Then after that he'll always be like,
this must be quite recent.
No, it's not recent. So I always hate Liverpool because like for Manchester United, I used to hate them a lot because I freaking hate Wayne Rooney. I think he's damn annoying. I also didn't really like Chelsea. Like there's no like emotional attachment. But then I like the whole Steven Gerrard like kind of thing going on.
Right?
Yeah.
The leader thing and then
correct. So I think that would have been like the closest lah, but nah. But I mean, if I had to pick lah, maybe that would be a substitute.
But I know that Jhun got previously very frustrated with Newcastle before. Say you want to switch teams, who would you have switched to?
Honestly, I don't know who. I did think about it.
In fact, you sold your Newcastle jersey. That's how unhappy you were.
I really sold it. I know. You know the season we got relegated.
Yeah. Wait, the first time or the second time, right?
The Wijnaldum period, the 15.
Okay, second time.
That was like 5 years ago, right?
Yeah. then that was I almost decided to want to support Man City because fuck it, like who cares? Just
I mean,
support the
that's true.
best
There are
team.
not a lot of Man City fans around, so you know.
So I could be
Yeah.
special also. Yeah, that's why.